Lance at happierman.com. Today's topic is your future happiness. Well, I do tend to focus on the now and the present in my website at happierman.com, and a lot of these videos I focus on the now. What are you doing now, today, to make your life better, make yourself happier, feel more abundant, have a good time, do things for the now. But that doesn't mean you should do things now that are going to make your future happiness very difficult. So you can do things now to try to make your future happiness more likely. I mean, this is the future you. I do talk about not over worrying about the future you, because it's a different person, but you can make you should be making some strides now, doing things now, so to kind of ensure your future happiness is more likely. For example, you wouldn't continue to overeat junk food now and expect that that will kind of hurt your future happiness, because you're going to be much more unhealthy if you continually overeat junk food now. It would be better to figure out why you're overeating junk food now. What is the real problem? How is your life amiss? What can you do? Why do you feel the need to cope with excessive junk food? That's a better way. That's a way to ensure your future happiness is much better, and it'll improve your now. For example, back when I was married, and I had and as I talk about in Leave Your Wife and Become a Happier Man with a 3-step system, I continually overate junk food. Not just a little bit, a lot of it. Not just once in a while, all the time. I was trying to cope with a terrible situation, and my method was to overeat the junk food, and that was making my future life worse. Now, in the here and the now, that was a coping mechanism, but the real way that I dealt with that horrible situation I was in was to leave my wife. Once I left my wife, I didn't feel the need to continually overeat junk food. I've drastically and dramatically reduced the volume of the junk food, trying to make my future me not so unhealthy. Certainly, I had overeaten it so much and for so long, I can't help but think that has impacted my future dramatically. But just because I did something wrong before doesn't mean I have to continue to do it. Just like you don't have to continue to do it. You can make your future better and happier. What else? Well, drugs is the obvious thing, right? If you're taking drugs of whatever sort, it's going to impact your future, and it's more than likely going to make your future worse. And the worse your future is, the unhappier you're going to be. So I'm talking about your future happiness. So if you're taking illegal or legal drugs now, that will impact your future negatively. So you have to figure out, well, why do I feel the need to take all these drugs, right? What is going on in my life now that's making me have to cope or deal with this situation, right? It could be legal drugs, right? Prescribed. What kind of pain are you in? What kind of situation are you in that you have to take all these drugs? Well, can you make changes so you don't have to do that? Those are the kind of changes you'll make that will ensure that your future you, the future you, will be happier, healthier, more abundant. Isn't it? I mean, that seems obvious to me that is the case. So whatever is causing you a lot of pain now, you gotta try to figure out now what the solution is. Usually, a lot of times it's these bad relationships, these bad marriages, these bad fits between people that causes you so much pain now that you feel the need to cope with some bad situation. You haven't gotten your mind right to think that you matter and that you're going to make whatever changes are necessary. Check out my articles on the 3-step system. This will really help you to kind of get your mind right, to say, you know what, I'm going to do things to help me feel better now, and I'm going to do things that won't make my future worse. Your future happiness is critical, because the things you do now to make your future better are just going to continue to help yourself. And leaving that even aside, you can do the normal simple things that people do to make their happiness, their future better. Put aside some money for the future. Reduce the amount you're paying on your debt, so your future, reduce your debt load so there's not so much to pay in the future. Try to think of in terms of making your future easier. When you're an older person, how can you make your life easier? Well, obviously, more money in the bank, or investments, growing investments, or less expenses in the form of debt payments will make your future happier and easier. You can do, sometimes where you work, they'll offer ways for you to stockpile things for the future that are good, like vacation time, or time off, or sick leave, or something like that. Anything you do that you can make your future more prosperous, well, you might want to do that. You might want to figure that out. Do the things to make your future happier. Like I said, I just was able to put a week of vacation into sabbatical, meaning I can, at work, I can use that week later, later on in life. It will make my future a little bit happier, because I'll have another week of vacation. Said money, eating habits, like exercising in a way that doesn't hurt you now and increases your fitness levels is another way of making your happiness levels better. Reducing your stress now and figuring out ways to reduce your stress in the future, that's also a very good way to ensure your future happiness. So give those ideas some thoughts. I think they're kind of, some of them are simple, some of them are going to be quite difficult, but your future, the future you, is you. So start thinking about you in your future happiness.